Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Beauty of Joseon's Green Plum AHA Plus BHA Refreshing Toner, which is an exfoliating acid toner, and therefore I want to go over the different categories, such as the benefits, for whom it is suitable, when you can use it, then a frequency guide to reduce sensitivities. I want to share with you what to avoid when using this toner and an example skincare routine, and lastly show you the entire application on my face. And as always, you'll find the timestamps in the description box down below, along with example skincare routines. Now, this exfoliating acid toner contains 2% of glycolic acid, which is an AHA, and it primarily works on the skin surface to let go of dead skin cells, which then helps to smoothen textured skin, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, reduces dullness, and helps to speed up the fading process of dark spots after acne or if you have sun damaged skin. Then it also contains a 0.5% of salicylic acid, which is BHA, and this helps to not only exfoliate the skin but unclog pores, regulates oiliness, and has anti-inflammatory properties. Along with exfoliating acid ingredients, they have included 25% of green plum water and other herbal extracts, which are very hydrating and soothing for the skin. Now, you can use this mild exfoliating acid toner on all skin types, and Beauty of Joseon even mentions that you can use it in the morning or evening. However, this is where I recommend being careful, as it contains glycolic acid, which has the smallest molecules of the AHA category, which can easily penetrate into the skin, and it is formulated at a low pH. And those are two factors that you need to keep in mind, which may cause sensitivities in some individuals, and especially if you have already sensitive skin. So if you experience a bit of stinging or burning in the very beginning, but it goes away quite quickly, just give your skin some time to adjust to it. If the stinging and burning sensation or even redness occurs and it becomes quite severe, stop using it immediately. Nonetheless, the frequency plays an important role. I wouldn't use this toner immediately daily in your morning or evening skincare routine. Instead, I recommend starting off by using it 2 to 3 times per week. See how this frequency goes for 2 to 4 weeks. And then if you still should feel the need, move it up to every other day, and then maybe daily if tolerated. The slower you're going to get started, the more you can see what your skin is able to tolerate, and the less likely sensitivity can occur. Then, when it comes to what you should avoid when setting up a skincare routine, this would be first of all exfoliating acid products, and in that category you can find exfoliating acid cleansers. It would be best to either use one of them, or if you want to use both, use them either on different times of the day or on alternate days, depending on what your skin is able to tolerate and how much exfoliation it needs. Then it's best to not use this toner in the same routine when already using other leave-on exfoliating acid toners or serums. Just use one of them that suits your skin type and skin concerns the best. And then the other point would be strong exfoliating acid masks. Please do not use this toner afterwards. And then the last point would be primarily retinol, retinal, guanactive retinoid or retinoid products, so the entire vitamin A category. It would be best to not use them in the same routine. Use them in the evening, but on alternate days. This is how you can get most out of it. Now, when it comes to the example skincare routine, as well as when you should use it, my recommendation would be use it ideally in your evening skincare routine, and keep the routine very simple when working with an exfoliating acid product to minimize the risk of experiencing irritation, and that the exfoliant has enough time to work properly, as well as that the skin has enough time to regenerate throughout the entire night. It wouldn't be wrong to use this exfoliating acid toner in the morning as well, but from my experience, especially when then layering your sunscreen pretty much immediately afterwards, this is where it can cause some sensitivities, as the sunscreen is able to penetrate much deeper into the skin, which especially with chemical sunscreens can sometimes lead to more irritation. So therefore, my suggestion would be use it primarily in your evening skincare routine. So you're getting started with, first of all, properly washing your face. This can be done with a non-exfoliating acid cleanser that's suitable for your skin type, or you may want to use an oil or balm cleanser if you're trying to remove stubborn mineral sunscreen or waterproof makeup on its own, or you may want to do a double cleanse. After that, pat the skin dry. Then move on to the application of your exfoliating acid toner, apply to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then my suggestion would be wait 1 to 2 minutes in between so that the exfoliant has enough time to work before then moving on to your essence step and then your specific treatment that does not, so to say, conflict with the exfoliant or cause more sensitivities. And then lastly, if you still should feel the need, follow with a moisturizer afterwards. And then this would be the order of application that you can follow. Below the example skincare routine, you can see the overall general guide on how you can use the individual products if you want to recreate a routine at home. For the morning skincare routine, I did not include exfoliating acid toner. I just want to share with you what an example routine can look like. So again, your cleansing step, then you may want to move on immediately onto your essence step, then pick your favorite serum for your skin concerns, maybe a moisturizer in between if you still should feel the need, and then don't forget your sunscreen to protect the skin if you have sun exposure, because your skin becomes more sensitive when using an exfoliant as it helps to let go of the dead skin cells. Now, if you're a person that likes to wear makeup, let your sunscreen set for 10 to 15 minutes before moving on to your makeup application to ensure that the protection is still going to be even. And then there you have the example morning and evening skincare routine, which you may want to recreate at home. And you'll find the entire PowerPoint with example skincare routines, plus what products that I have picked for whom they are suitable, and with a little description next to it, all in the PowerPoint. This also includes a general skincare tips guide on how you can do a patch test, the difference between wet, damp and dry skin, how you can avoid skincare pilling and layering tips, and lastly a sunscreen application and removal guide. So it's all in the PowerPoint in the description box down below. Now that you know what's important to keep in mind, let's head into the application. Now we're going to get started with the first step, which is properly washing your face. So remember to choose a non-exfoliating acid cleanser that's suitable for your skin type and needs. Then when using water, work with lukewarm water to warm water, which does not only feel more comfortable on the skin, but it helps the cleanser to work more effectively as well. Cold water is fine too, just make sure to avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. When washing your face above the sink, I highly recommend using a soft, clean, damp washcloth, makeup remover cloth or microfiber cloth. Those are very gentle on the skin to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup that you may have missed. And then lastly, pat the skin dry. And those are now the steps that I want to demonstrate to ensure proper layering. And I'm going to use as an example Beauty of Joseon's Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser. Great for all skin types, a non-exfoliating acid regular water-based cleanser, which needs to be applied to wet skin, and this is now what I'm going to do. Let's get started. Then dispense a small amount of cleanser onto your fingertips or palm of your hand. About that much. Rub your hands together and then massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds. Then rinse it off. Now take your damp washcloth to remove any last traces that you may have missed. Then I recommend rinsing again. And now take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water drops from the skin surface. So make sure that you can pat the skin dry to avoid skin sensitivities and make sure that everything layers properly afterwards. Once you're done with your cleansing step, now the next step is going to be the application of Beauty of Joseon's Green Plum AHA plus BHA Exfoliating Acid Toner. And as a general guide, you can use about a coin size amount and dispense it in the palm of your hand, which is about 10 to 15 drops. Start off with 10, see how this goes. It should be enough to apply it evenly and thinly all over your face and neck. Now remember not to get it into your eyes nor into your mouth, and please do not use it on top of your eyelids. As well as make sure that if you have a sensitive eye contour, to avoid this part as well. About that much. Rub your hands together and then blend it evenly all over your face and neck. Once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. This is a leave-on exfoliating acid product, so when applying it in the evening, you're going to leave it on the skin for the entire night, and then the next morning when washing your face again, this is when you're going to rinse it off. Now, after your exfoliating acid toner step, if you like to, as an optional step, you now can move on to your hydrating and soothing essence, for example, the Ginseng Essence Water. After that, you can move on to, for example, an hydrating and soothing serum or a specific treatment for your skin concerns, keeping the conflicts in mind. Now, Beauty of Joseon, as of now, has 4 great face serums, which can all be used with exfoliating acid toner, and then move on to a moisturizer if you should feel the need. Now, those are all optional steps. However, if you experience a bit of sensitivity or you have a drier skin type, then you may want to work with hydration afterwards, or at least with a moisturizer that's suitable for your skin type. And I'm going to skip the essence and serum step, and I'm going to immediately move on to the moisturizer. And as an example, I'm going to use Beauty of Joseon's Red Bean Water Gel. Great for all skin types, but ideally if you have normal to oily skin. If you have a drier skin type, look for a richer cream. And then as a general guide, use about a pea to a bean-sized amount of moisturizer, dispense it onto your fingertips, and then evenly blend it all over. About that much, more or less. Once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then this would be the last step in your evening skincare routine. Now, of course, it wouldn't be wrong to use the exfoliating acid toner on its own. If you do not feel the need of using anything else afterwards, go ahead and do so. You can always customize it. Just remember, choose the right products for your skin type and skin concerns. And this is what I wanted to share with you, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, if you want to go over the entire example skincare routine in your own time, it's in the description box and you can save it to your device. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to see more educational skincare content, head on to my YouTube channel and I will see you there. Happy skincaring!